Today is Black Friday-ish. We don't exactly know when it's going on, and as we're recording, it's not. Everyone out there looking for where can you go ahead and find the best deal? But here's the thing. We here at the Tired Dads Comic Club, we know that the best deals in comics aren't what sale is going on. They're just what is already worth it at its regular dang price. So Carl and I are each going to present two items, one under 40, one over 40, that we think are an insane value even at their regular price to just celebrate the discounts that exist every single day. Carl, go ahead and start us off. What is the best deal under 40 bucks?
All right, I'll do you one better. So I've got a trade here for a comic that I think is really each issue delivers something unique. You could pick up any one of these issues at cover price, which I think was 3.99, 3 or
I
4.99.
believe they are still 3.99
Yeah,
because
so
when they go, they're one of the few that doesn't go in
it's
the
still yeah.
4.99 pile.
So yeah, but the series is Assorted Crisis Events. So Dennis Camp, Eric Zawatsky, Jordi Belair on colors, and I always butcher this name. The letters, it's Mani El Wahu. Is that the?
Hassan
It's
El. I have to look at it. I don't
it's
have it right in front. Hassan is his first name.
yeah. So it's yeah. It's I feel always feel bad if I like butcher somebody's name, but it's just
Hold on.
yeah. That's Mani.
Uh,
Uh, uh,
Hassan
Hassan
Otsman El
Othmani
How.
Osman. Oh, how? Okay.
Yeah.
So sorry, I apologize. But yeah, this series you could pick up any one of the issues and it offers something entirely different. And each one is it it it's there. Each one is an emotional gut punch, but it's in its own way celebrates life itself. I mean, it's people going through some very difficult times, but in seeing them go through these things, you look internally and it impacts you emotionally, and each one is rewarding in its own way. Even the ones that are very uncomfortable. There's the second issue of this series is
Mm-hmm.
very
Mm-hmm.
uncomfortable. I don't. I mean, when I actually got this trade, I reread it. I skipped that issue, just because. But I mean, I'm glad that I read it when I did. I just didn't need to revisit it so soon. So, but there's the third. So the premise is it's the crisis event that we are all familiar with in comics. This universe threatening thing that happens and
Continuity
timelines. Yeah,
reset.
right. Timelines collide and all these
Power
things
Girl
happen.
has her
And
baby at the end of it. 0 hour is happening.
yeah, good old 0 hour. But right. So all of that stuff. But what happens to the guy who's just going to work? The guy who's just, doing his 9 to 5, and how does that impact, that person's life? And that's what this series dives into. So it kind of takes the premise of the thing that we're all familiar with and approaches it from a completely different angle. And in each issue celebrates, celebrates is the way, maybe
Yeah, I wouldn't say
like,
celebrate it.
but
I would
but
say
but
shines a light on.
it's right. I was going to say it celebrates the human condition, but really it does. It shines a light on the human condition because there's just something about it. Each issue comes from a different angle, and you walk away with like, huh. Each issue when I read it stayed with me. So you could pick up any one of these at the regular cover price, and you're welcome because it's going to deliver something that you've not experienced in a comic in a long time. So, or just go buy the trade, which is 16.99. So that's and I'm you could probably find a deal even further on that. But yeah, even at its cover price, I bought it instantly. I have all of the single issues, and I still bought this instantly. And then if they do it to like a deluxe edition, I will buy that too. So, but you don't have to do that. The value is right here because it's just the reading experience, and I cannot recommend that enough.
The only downside of that particular trade is it does not include issue number 6, which might have might be my issue of the year.
It's
It makes you feel some things.
it's for me, it's between issue 3, I think it is, and
3
issue
is
6.
Earth 1, Earth 2, right?
Yes, yeah,
Yeah,
between those two, and then the issue 6. So
yeah.
yeah,
But
but
yeah, super solid. Yeah,
right,
cannot disagree with that. They could slap any price tag on it, and that is absolutely worth it.
agreed.
So coming over on this side, for my worth it, we're gonna up the price point a little bit, but again, we're saying under that $40. I think that's a good threshold for sort of what you can do without thinking too hard on it and your budgeting. And I'm going with the Usagi Yojimbo Saga paperback editions by Dark Horse. Usagi Yojimbo is, widely regarded as one of the greatest comic runs of all time, telling the serialized tale of Miyamoto Musashi, um, the rabbit samurai going through after his who was now a Ronin after his master died in the battle, and just his journey across feudal Japan, told through anthropomorphic animals, never disappoints. Super, super solid all the way through. These are one of the absolute best ways to go ahead and grab it. You're going to get about 600 pages of content in these right here, all for a price tag of about $30, $29.99. I mean, that is an insane value right there. These are, granted, it is in black and white, so it's cheaper to produce, but these are some of the all-time great stories. Like when people are talking about what are the classics of the comics medium, um, this is going to come up on every single list, and for good reason. If you've never read it before, there's not a bad place to start. You can kind of jump in wherever you want. The sort of first things that came out were from the Fantagraphics hardcover set that you see right there, which, while great, is going to be a little bit more expensive. When you are perfectly fine to just jump in right here, you're perfectly fine to jump in at volume two, volume three, anywhere. There's no backstory you need. He's a rabbit. He doesn't have a master anymore. He's in Japan. There you go.
Go.
That's what you need. So this right here, at any price point, is going to be the best value you can find under $40.
Nice. So not to go off on a tangent, but piggybacking off the last time we talked about Jared Cullum's Cody. Have you seen that there's going to be it's a Usagi Yojimbo 1984. It's a book that is actually Jared Cullum is painting. I guess it's Usagi in 1984. I don't know much about it
I
other than that, but
I saw that there's something that's coming because I think there's like a Netflix series or something, and it was
yeah,
like supposed to go. I didn't realize that Jared Cullum was attached to it.
there's the comic. This is like a comic that's happening, and
Oh shoot, I
yeah,
gotta.
it's well, I'll send you links afterwards, but
Yeah.
yeah, they think they revealed it at either San Diego or New York, but they were talking about it. Yeah, it looks really cool. I mean, Jared's art is amazing, so it's
Again,
a
not to turn this into a tangent, but do you know if Stan Sakai is writing it
he's
or?
not. It's the first
Mm,
time that he's not. So it's
mm.
you're like nope. Zach Rosenberg, who is actually over at the artist bullpen. He's one of he reps Jesse Lonergan. He's a writer as well, and he's writing the book. So I haven't read a whole lot of what he's written, but
I'll keep an open mind, but that makes
yeah,
me less excited.
but it's the first time that Stan is not writing a the story. So who knows? But yeah, the visuals itself, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get that. So
Mhm. I mean, I do love me some Jared Cullum. I do love me some Usagi. So
hey, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think it's like sometime in this maybe the spring or maybe no, actually maybe next. I don't know. You know what? I don't know anything. It's sometime in the future.
all right.
Yeah,
All right. At a future date, we will figure this out and
yeah,
talk about it.
yeah.
But at this particular date, Carl, we have now talked about our under $40 price point, what those best values are. Now we're opening up the field. Anything over $40 that you think is the best value that you can find in comics. What do you got for us?
So I'm gonna go with something that is a bit tough to find, but when you find it, that value is really there. Now, when I read comics, I fall in love with the art, and as we know, I collect the art. And one of the books that I have loved this year is Batman Dark Patterns. Dan Waters and art is by Hayden Sherman. So Hayden Sherman is repped by Felix. Sometimes you go and you buy a Felix page from the site. It's a Hayden Sherman page. You buy it. and you get it. And it's from Batman Dark Patterns. You got there's Batman and Commissioner Gordon, and there's the new Doctor character that's in the he's in the bed there, and it's just the classic kind of
Of course, Hayden
Batman and Gordon
Sherman
scene.
blowing up this year from
Yeah,
Absolute Wonder
absolutely.
Woman,
Yep.
and
And
of
then
course this series right here too.
yeah, but it's so for me, a lot of the things that I'm attracted to in like Batman art has to do with either Alfred and Batman or Commissioner Gordon and Batman. So this is a page that I really, it's the classic kind of scene of Commissioner Gordon and Batman comparing notes, and then all of a sudden Batman's gone because
Yeah,
this is what he does. So yeah, so you buy that page because you love it, and then you get it.
and don't get me wrong, I love Hayden Sherman's art,
The
but I
value, yeah,
that would seem to be like accurately priced as opposed to a great value.
that's true. It was accurately priced because that's what I thought when I bought it. I was like, that's a good price for that page
Yeah.
of art. So, but this page of art actually comes with a page of art in the back from a totally different series that I had no clue what it was, but I've since researched into it. It's called Into the Unbeing. Was a series that I think it's a Dark Horse, is what
I believe
Hayden
that is
Sherman.
correct, yeah.
So it's
Because
a
we looked that up after the fact.
yeah. So there was like uh, a it's a 8 issues total, two separate 4 issue minis that they just wrapped up the second 4 issues a couple months ago. I still haven't read it. I don't know what's going on in this page, but yeah, they drew a page on the back. Why I mean actually they drew the yeah, so because they're dated. So um April 27th, 2024 is when this Into the Unbeing art page was drawn, and the Dark Patterns uh, page was drawn on May 21st of 2024. So a month later, so drew this page, and then a month later was drawn a Batman page in the back. So that's an incredible value to get 2 pages of art on one board. Now again, it's maybe a little bit of a cheat because it doesn't happen a lot, and it's not like you can just go find yourself one of those. But when it happens,
When it
that's a
happens,
crazy value. Yeah.
there is not a price around that would accurately price that right there.
Yeah. Super, super cool. And I don't, like I said, I don't know what's going on in this page. I don't know what's going on in the story, but it's visually interesting. It's got that, the signature kind of wonderful panel layout that Sherman is now known for. That's all here. So it's you look at the face down here in this character, clearly some Sherman art. So it has the signature of their art, and yeah, what the heck, man, that's great.
Yeah.
So
I so you put a video up about that specifically that was going on. So
because
I'd
what
seen that before.
yeah, when I did the unboxing, I saw this page first, and I opened it up, and I was like, Felix, why did you send me the wrong page? So then I was like, oh, I was kind of angry. I was like, oh no. And I was not mad because the mistakes happen and I'm okay with
Hmm.
that. It just was the idea of like, now I have to send this back and it's art and like, oh, and I got to figure out who was supposed to get this page. And then I flipped over, I was like, oh, huh. So yeah.
But I do wonder like what events led Hayden to have that going. Like I do wonder if that was a complete accident that they were just sort of like grabbing a board to like do that and then like after they got done they're like no. I
Yeah.
oh or if they were just like you know what I'm running low on paper
I,
just just flip it over I'll just do that.
yeah.
So
It's,
I wonder if like there's an entire issue. Which issue of
oh,
Dark
so
Patterns was that?
this is issue 3. That's
I
right. So is the whole issue?
yeah, I would wonder like if you reach out to anyone else who has pages from issue
I
three,
should,
if
I should
like
do that.
the entire it's just like they're like yeah I just I only had like 2 pages left to go. I had a deadline, so I into the unbeing. I'd already scanned those, so it was fine. I just kind of went
Yeah,
there.
yeah. I don't know. That's but it's and it wasn't anything that was, Felix hadn't advertised it like that.
Yeah.
Is just and it just was a complete surprise, and you don't often get surprised in the original art hobby, and that was a fantastic surprise. So yeah.
All right, cool. Well, my last worth it for over 40s is a little less ubiquitous than that. This is one that actually I've talked about here on this channel before. And That is going to be the Dark Horse Library Edition line. I'm going to use Ether here as my example for it because that is my favorite of the Dark Horse library editions, but this is kind of a stand-in for the line itself. So, for anyone who hasn't seen these before, the the library edition is sort of Dark Horse's answer to DC's Absolute Edition, but at typically half or sometimes even less than half of the price point of what DC offers. So, all right, speaking of Wonder Woman, this is the George Perez Absolute Wonder Woman, very, very shiny.
Yeah, the shiny book.
This is the Ether library edition. If we take this out of the slipcase, you will see that this is art on board. So this does not have a dust jacket. I would say a good number of them. I don't know about all of them, but a good number of the absolutes do have a
Mhm.
slipcase. But if we just put them side by side, you can see they are almost
Yeah,
exactly the same size. And again, if we're going like that, the cover price on this is $60. This is a bigger one. This was 18 issues. The cover price on this was $125.
yeah, and they're
And
and they're now I think like 150, and yeah.
I think some of them have been 175. Yeah.
Okay,
So
yeah.
they have continued to go up there. I have other ones that are down there, like the Joelle Jones Lady Killer is I think $40. The Avatar: The Last Airbenders, they're the same. That format is just so inherently accessible for a premium product that it is wild to me that they are able to put that out. Now, it's not going to be exactly identical. The DC Absolutes have some of the best paper stock that you're going to go out. A little bit cheaper here on this. Still very premium paper, beautiful glossy paper. It's just it. These are basically like every step of the absolute, you just sort of take it one level down or like a half notch, and that's these. But again, at half or sometimes even a third of the price.
Take it. I'd take it all day long.
100%. I mean, this is I think my favorite format just for that. One of the books that I'm loving right now is the next chapter of a book called Orphan and the Five Beasts. Do
Yeah,
you know Orphan and the Five Beasts?
dude. Yeah, have we not talked about this?
I don't think we have.
What was it, the Bath of Blood? Blood.
Yeah,
What's the? Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
After now that the Chopper Tang was taken out in the last one, but
yeah.
now he's back.
So
Yeah,
I only discover it be when the second volume came out. I was like, what is this? I saw the first issue. I didn't know that it was a continuation of a story. I bought it, looked it up, and I'm like, oh, there's a first volume, a first four issues. So I bought the trade digitally because I was like, I gotta read this because I it was the art is fantastic, it's
Jim
stunning.
Stokoe
Oh
is
my gosh, like
everything himself.
so.
Hand lettering.
There you go. There is another great value. Go find his pages. There are some pages from that book that I am so tempted to pick up because they're super reasonable, like in like the $300 range, which is like when it comes to original art, that's a good value, and the art is stunning, so amazing. So, do you
I
have
mean,
a?
like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Holy
should go
crap!
pick up that.
Yeah, I had no idea that. Yeah, dude, this is amazing. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, what issue was that from? Was that the
that was issue 2 of the original run. So
man? I
that is the page after. Thunder Thighs has been defeated.
Yeah.
It's Orphan casting the effigy into the flame when Thunder Thighs
And
is officially defeated, and then the band of bandits there are are sitting there and it's like, so boss, where to next?
yeah, she's like, huh? Yeah.
But it just what I
Oh my
really
gosh.
wanted there was of
Sorry. Yeah.
Orphan casting the effigy into the flame,
Yeah.
like of Thunder Thighs truly being defeated. Because you get before that you get a double page spread of like Thunder Thighs being like ripped like that, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
I was like, I don't, that's not
I don't
quite what
need
I'm
that.
looking for it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a page from I think it's issue two. So issue two of the new series is available for sale, and the pages are up. There's like I think it's
Who's that through, by the way?
um
Because I know, because Stoko for a short amount of time was
was
through Cadence, and then
yeah.
Cadence
So
imploded.
I forget what it's I think it's because I think because Stokoe's again this was like a path that I was not like on I knew Stoko, but I wasn't like looking for his art. But is he married to is his wife a creator as well, or are they? I
I
don't know if they're a.
believe so.
So
Yeah.
as I think they have their own site now.
Oh, yeah. Then they're off of like
Kinetic.
Kinetic.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah,
But
they have their like they're associated with it, but then okay, yeah.
I
Um,
now I just want to know what it is. But just so I can share it, some people can go buy pages, and I don't have to buy them because they're amazing.
but while you're looking it up,
Yeah.
I bring up that series solely for the fact that I'm buying that individually. I am absolutely loving that series. But one of the things that I just keep thinking as I buy this is I so hope that this
Oh,
series gets continued long enough that we can get a library edition of Orphan and the Five Beasts because
that
I
would.
want
Oh
that art real big.
my God, I would love that.
I
Um,
actually have.
Man, you're gonna make me buy a page because like,
So this is a Stoko book that he did way earlier in his career called as I drop everything down. Sullivan Sluggers. And it's an 80s sort of horror comedy book. Like you remember in the 80s when like the horror comedy was a genre that like you don't really see anything like
yeah,
stuff like House. And I mean just like look at how big and pops that it is absolutely not at the same level that he is at now, but like you're starting to see some of it and this was a Kickstarter book. And again, like you want to talk about worth it. Like this on Kickstarter was $50.
yeah, that's awesome.
And
Um,
it's a slipcase, oversized edition, just about absolute, and comes with a sheet of cards of the baseball team.
that's awesome. Yeah. Okay, so their website is uh, it's Zark Zarcoke. So it's like a combination of it. So it's Marley Zarcone is his wife
Yeah,
and
and
James
Stoko.
Stokoe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's ZARCOKOE.com is their
Okay.
site. They've got their books on there. There's original art is available. Yeah, and these like Orphan and the Five Beasts pages, I they I, it's it's amazing that this came up on a show where we're talking about value because I've been looking at these pages thinking like this is value for art. It's insane. Like the art is phenomenal. So yeah, somebody go buy pages. I think the issue two is available. Maybe the first issue sold complete. I don't know, but or they're keeping it. I'm not sure what the story is there, but I think right now, as of right now, one page has sold. So like I mean, a lot of again, not to make this original art tangent, but a lot of the original art is it's psychology. And if Felix is great because like you see art on Felix's site, it's like a premium. Like he gets the best of the best, and the art goes crazy and goes instantly. Then you get this like a comic like this that not really is on a lot of radars, and this is every bit as good as any other art that you can find to purchase. And it's in like the two. There's like a couple pages that are like in the 200s. There's 300, 400, 500, but like some splashier stuff. But like that's an insane value. So yeah, if anybody knows what we're talking about, go buy a page from that book because it's great. So yeah. Anyway, still shocked that that came up in the conversation because I actually thought about talking about that series, but I was like, I don't know if that's like a bunk book, but like totally is a bunk book. That's awesome. So
I mean, it's it's a kung fu revenge story. It's not the sort of thing that I would typically go for.
yeah,
It's Stokoe's art that does it for
yeah,
me. Like I don't
yeah,
even
because
remember.
it's a whole
I think
mood.
that was
Like
one like I looked at the cover and I was like, that looks cool. And then I looked and I was like, oh, this
looks
is
really
cool.
cool. And that's
Yeah.
exactly what I did when I saw like the first issue of the second volume. And I was like, what is
Yeah.
this? This is
I
great.
I completely missed that it was coming back until I saw issue two just like sitting on my comic shop's table
Mhm.
and I was like,
Yeah.
what? And then I like
Yeah.
brought it up and I was like, can you get an issue one back in? And they're like, yeah, we got. And so yeah,
It's so
was
funny
super
because
excited.
like I feel like no one's talking about that series, and it's like, why is no one talking about this? So yeah, I'm glad we are.
We're talking about it.
Yeah,
So
great
all
choice.
right. Well, we hope that this little conversation here gives you what you need to make informed purchases, whether it's Black Friday or any other day. Remember, shop smart, shop S smart. That's not neither here nor there, but it's about shopping smart.
Yeah.
But anyway, we want to know from you guys, what do you think is the best value in comics? But also, if you have scored any killer Black Friday deal, and we know that they are out there, specifically about comics, but you know, you can we're a community. You can share
Yeah.
whatever you want. If there are any great deals that you found, anything you were particularly excited to get in, we'd love to hear about it. But with that, I'm Bunkmaster B. That's Carl over there.
What's up?
We're both real tired, and we got some family stuff to do.
That's
See ya.
right. Take care, everybody.